Hello everyone, this is Yolok Munim. I'm working as a professor of shipping and logistics in Norway. And in this video, we are going to look into an example of break-even rate calculation for shipping investments using CRF, capital recovery factor. Sometimes we also use the NPV approach to calculate the break-even rate. So let's say for a particular rate of return, if the NPV becomes zero, so that is your break-even rate, at what at when you get a NPV of zero, that is your break-even rate. And then at what rate of return your NPV becomes zero, that is normally called also the internal rate of return, at which you reach a break-even point where you don't make money, but you reach the break-even point. But then we have also CRF approach. So why use CRF approach? The main idea of CRF approach is it's a bit more simpler approach to implement. You don't have to think about the future cash flows and so on. You have your initial investment lump sum value, and based on that, you actually calculate the amount that you have to generate every day. In this example, for reaching a break even. So here we have this example. We have the equation of CRF here, and then we have the example text. So in early January 2019, these are actually real data. Okay, so 5-year-old bulk carrier of 75,000 deadweight tonnage is bought for 24.5 million and expected to have a remaining lifetime of 20 years. The ship owner would like to see 80% return on the total capital invested in the ship, and residual value after 20 years is regarded in this calculation. So for now, we are not considering the scrap value, but we can easily incorporate it in the analysis. I actually recommend you to practice that as well and how you can do it. And operating days, we are saying is 355. So what is the break-even rate? Okay, so first of all, capital on return. So we know it's 8%, so 0.08. We have the 24 million here. We have 20 years remaining lifetime. We have operating days at 355. So first of all, we need to calculate this CRF, capital recovery factor. We just use the equation. So to use the equation, I will start with one bracket first. So I is the return on capital. Then I start with another bracket, 1 plus, again, I. And we need a power of n. N is the remaining, the number of years. So it's 20 here. I close down the bracket. So I have all of them under one, divided by, start with 2 brackets, 1 plus, again, I is here. And the power of the number of years, bracket close, minus 1. I might have to put one more bracket here. So let's see if it works. Okay, so I have this formation. So I'm just, with the brackets, I'm just trying to separate the above part and the below part completely. Okay, so let's say if it works, it didn't work. So I did something wrong. Where? Let me try to figure it out. Okay. The reason it did not work is because here, in the beginning, B3, and then I have to put a multiplication symbol. So B3 is this, I is multiplied with 1 plus I to the power n. So I didn't put the multiplication symbol. So that's why it didn't work in the beginning. So now it works. So here you see, so if we're expecting a return on capital of 8%, we need to make about 10.2%. Okay. So now daily amount to serve the capital would be something like you have your investment value, then you multiply this with your capital recovery factor, and then number of days, because when you multiply your investment value with the capital recovery factor, then you get the amount that you will need for the whole year, and then you divide it by the number of operating days. That's when you get the daily amount you need per day. Okay, so this is only to cover the capital. So this is kind of like it relates only with your capital expenses. Then you will normally have other expenses. Then we need to add that part of as well. Then you will have a break-even rate, right? So now for a Panamax bulk carrier, what will be our daily operating expense? Do we know it already? If not, we can just go to Clarkson. Here we can try to go with the time series and find it out, but also here in the search tool, here you can see we have a search. So I write OPEX Panamax. We should get something. So it gives me this time series, Panamax bulk carrier operating cost. I open this one. Here I see a time series from 2000 to 2004, like, yeah, basically on a yearly level. This is a yearly average. So for 2005, I see it's 6370. So if I put 6370, then I add these two up, this plus this. Sorry. So this is the amount we will need actually to make break even. So our time charter rates should be per day at least these or more. Okay. So that's how normally we can use this in decision making when making investment. This is a very simple and quick way of coming up with a quick estimation. Okay. Good luck.